Hello, everyone, and welcome to the FYA Talks podcast. I'm Alexis Hutchinson, and I'm going to be hosting today. We have a very special guest, and I'm going to let him introduce himself in a second. We're really happy that you tuned in. Make sure you tune in every Tuesday and Thursday at 1 p.m. for another awesome episode. And so, would you like to introduce yourself?
Yes, my name is Ben Whitlock. I'm a workforce development liaison for the Department of Workforce Solutions at Elizabethtown Community and Technical College.
Awesome. And so we're really glad to have you on the show today. And so we're kind of here to talk about workforce and kind of what that looks like here in Elizabethtown. And so if you were to kind of give a general description of the industry and things like that that make up E-Town, would you be able to kind of describe that for us?
Sure. So a lot of folks don't know that ECTC has a workforce solutions department. And what we are designed to do is to train people who are already employed at businesses of all types. Okay, so we train folks primarily in the manufacturing sector because there's so much of it in our service region. But then we also train folks that work at banks and small businesses. We partner with chambers of commerce, economic development authorities, healthcare, you name it. Okay, I could get a call tomorrow to go and work with a construction company and then immediately after go to work for a manufacturer. As a liaison, my job is to serve as that bridge between the company and the college. So the way that works is a company will call and say, hey, I have a need. And they know what that need is. I need FANUC robotic training for a small team here in the plant. FANUC is a brand of robots that we teach at ECTC. They're widely used. Or they may say, I need welding certificates. Our folks need to be tested to maintain their welding certifications. We can set those up so that our instructors, our full-time faculty members, can either go to those plants and work with them to teach them a skill, or they can come to our campus and we can use our classroom space when it's not in use. And then they can come to campus to our assessment center and get some testing. So it's wide reaching, everything that we do. There are 3 liaisons like myself. There's me, there's Pam Cook and Christine Shelton. And we divide the 10 counties that ECTC serves. So I have 4. I have Washington, Marion, Taylor, and Greene. And then the other 2 liaisons sort of divide out Hardin County because Hardin County is so big. And then they divide out the other counties in our service region. Now, that being said, I have worked in Elizabethtown. I've went to do needs analysis to see what companies may need and have some relationships with the companies in Elizabethtown. Our liaisons who work in Elizabethtown now know way more than I do, but in our area, manufacturing is a very big deal. But Elizabethtown is a developed area, more so than the rural parts of our service region. And so you're going to have more manufacturing, also more banking. Healthcare is a big deal in Hardin County because of Baptist Hardin, just gone through a name change, right? It used to be Hardin Memorial Hospital. Now it's a Baptist hospital. So anyway, they're a huge player in the healthcare industry. We have a thriving Chamber of Commerce in Hardin County, and small businesses a lot of times are involved with us through the chamber. We have, I already mentioned banking. That's a really big one. But we have Fort Knox, that is in Hardin County and parts of Meade County. Fort Knox works with us a lot. ECTC has a campus at Fort Knox full time, and so Workforce certainly has a presence over there. If I were a student today, I wish someone would have told me all of the manufacturing jobs that are available in this region, and not just working with your hands, not just becoming a welder, an industrial maintenance technician, but all the different roles that are necessary to make these manufacturing plants operate and operate efficiently. It's wide open, and they're always needing folks, and they're well-paying jobs. And for me, growing up in a rural county, Greene County, that's where I'm from, there is no manufacturing industry in Greene. And there wasn't when I was a high school student. So I wasn't pushed in that direction. You know, if I lived in Elizabethtown, or, you know, had someone push me in the direction to consider manufacturing, I sometimes wish that had happened. I'm happy with the way things turned out, but it would have been a game changer for me. And so I want to encourage anybody listening that if you haven't considered manufacturing, please give it some thought. Talk to some of our folks in the technical division who have worked in manufacturing and have connections in our local manufacturing sector. They may be able to point you in a direction that you had not considered before.
Well, that's a really good point, is that I think a lot of people, when they think of manufacturing, they go straight to, welding or, mechanicking in some capacity. And you're saying that there's, a plethora of jobs that don't fall into that, small niche. You could be, working in a finance department of accounting, or you could be working in the robotics. And so do you see a lot of students coming in with that notion of, I've got kind of these two choices and that's all I can do, or is information, getting out about all the opportunities that are available now?
Sure. Well, I don't work with students directly, students who are attending our full semester classes. I work with representatives from the company. So from time to time, we'll go to a plant and we'll set up a table to say, we're Workforce Solutions, we're ECTC. We'll bring folks from different departments, sort of advertise our services outside of the scope of Workforce Solutions, right?
Gotcha.
So in doing that, I will talk to people in manufacturing, and I often hear, I started here years ago, but I have seen industrial maintenance technicians, and I want to do that. How can I do that? Or, I've been here for a few months and I've thought a lot about it. I really want to work in human resources. How can I move into a human resources role or a finance role, or just fill in your area of interest? But what's interesting to me is that these folks are working at the plant. They're working as press operators, or whatever it is that they're doing, but they see someone, or they see a position, and they think, I'm a perfect fit for that. I want to do that. And they'll call our offices and they'll ask, how can I get training to do that? Or if I just happen to be there, I'm the guy that gets the question. And luckily, I don't know anything, but I know who to put people in contact with at the college. So if they call and say, I really want to be an industrial maintenance technician, we can talk to recruiting. We can talk to some of our instructors in the industrial maintenance department, and we can put them on track to beginning their educational process. Workforce Solutions also has credit for prior learning coordinator. So if you have been working somewhere for years and years and you have attended training that was mandatory for you to keep your role, you could potentially earn some college credit that will, build into a degree. That's a really cool option. We also have 2 apprenticeship coordinators in our office. So, companies who want to develop their incumbent workforce, people who are already employed, but want them to work at the same time. The issue is, I couldn't attend school full time, right? I have to work. I have family to take care of. I can't take the time to take 15 credit hours in a semester. It's not possible.
Definitely.
Apprenticeships free students up to learn on the job, take some classes at ECTC, and earn an apprenticeship, which you may or may not know. ECTC also offers an apprenticeship associate's degree. So, and you can, this is brand new, you can do both of those at the same time now. So potentially in 2 years, you could have a recognized apprenticeship certificate and a 2-year degree and earn them both at the same time. Previously, the way it worked, you had to earn your apprenticeship and then you had to go back and take general education classes and apply for your degree. And
Gotcha.
it was an added step, but now that's done away with. You don't have to do that now. You can do them both at the same time.
Well, that's
So
fantastic.
lots of options,
Mhm.
lots of options.
And so now
And
there
I'm
is a lot more mobility in these industries than maybe there used to be where, you got trained in one thing and then, it was difficult to kind of move around. It seems like workforce is making it way more accessible to say, okay, I'm not happy with what I'm doing now, but you can learn something new, you can get a new skill, and then you can maybe move up or move, lateral to something else. And I think that's excellent.
well, sure. Well, it's nothing to do with workforce. I wish we were driving that push, but that's driven by the industries. I mean,
Mhm.
yes, you talk about transitions from one part of a factory to another, specific to manufacturing. Yeah, that's widespread.
Mhm.
And the reason being, these companies want hardworking people to be employed at these factories and they want them to stay.
Mhm.
So if an employee says, I want to learn how to do whatever,
Mhm.
the company wants them to do that. I mean, it's, and there, a lot of companies are willing to invest in the employee to go back to school, and they have, many have tuition assistance programs.
Mhm.
Um, Workforce Solutions is just in the very unique position that I'm often the person that the company representative will refer the employee to. Like,
Mhm.
if you and I were working at a factory and you told me, I want to go to ECTC to learn how to do, insert your interest,
Mhm.
um, I would refer you to Workforce Solutions because we work together so much, right?
Mhm.
So it's a good thing for the college to be a part of,
Mhm.
because we connect businesses and industries in the service region to ECTC, and then we send our instructors to the plants. Our instructors are able to pick up some things, some brand new policies and procedures maybe, or
Definitely.
brand new machinery being used and how it's being used. And they're
Mhm.
learning these lessons from the factory, and then they're able to take that information back to their regular scheduled classes.
I
So
was going to
it
say, then
helps
they're taking it right
helps.
to the students.
That's right. It helps everybody. And a student graduates and they tell their instructor, hey, I'm looking for a job.
Mhm.
Well, now our instructors have relationships with, business and industry in our area because they've taught classes for Workforce Solutions. They've literally been in the plant,
Mhm.
um, to meet with plant managers and HR managers and industrial maintenance managers and whoever. So
Mhm.
they can say, Alexis is awesome. If you need somebody, Alexis is your lady.
Mhm.
And that benefits our students too.
Definitely. Well, it sounds like the whole process is really, one, it's leading to industry getting a lot more of that training and that access, but then also it sounds like the students are benefiting tremendously from that real firsthand experience that you might not be getting in another location.
Right,
Mhm.
right. And
Awesome.
our instructors do an excellent job. A lot of times we use our full-time faculty. So I'm here at Springfield campus today.
Mhm.
Our instructors here, they know area industry. They've trained with them through Workforce Solutions before. Our students have been in class with them before, usually.
Mhm.
And so it's really great. It's growth for the college, it's growth for the industries, it's growth for the students, it's growth for our professors, our instructors. Um, we really hope that Workforce benefits the college and our community and the workforce in our area and develops the economy in some way. And that's what I work to do.
Mhm. Awesome. Well, it sounds like you guys are making some real strides as far as getting everybody up where they need to be. And so thank you again, Ben, for tuning in and, helping with our podcast episode today. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to myself. I'm Alexis Hutchinson. You can reach me at ahutchinson0029 if you'd like to be put in contact with Ben or if you'd like to plug your information now.
Sure. Yeah, it's been a pleasure to talk to you, Alexis. Thanks for having me on. My contact information is, I have to double check here, 859-336-1745. And that is my office number here at our Springfield campus.
Awesome. So if you have any
So
questions
please
or
feel
you'd like
free
to
to
get
give
in
me a call
contact with
anytime if you have
me,
questions.
absolutely. If you'd like to get in contact, feel free to call that
Absolutely.
number, send an email, and we hope to see you again. Remember, tune in every Tuesday, Thursday, 1 p.m., and we'll be having another great episode. Thank you, Ben.
Thanks, Alexis.
Mhm.